Yo, what's up, everybody? Anthony Patton back. Welcome to the channel, I Crack Codes. Hey, today I want to talk a little bit about overcoming the objection. How do I get the Social Security? Banking and Social Security has just been a struggle for me on these presentations, and I'm not getting the information I need to be successful. Listen, guys, I just want to talk to you really quick. It's not really about what you say, it's about how you say it. Okay, I'll talk about that a little bit more in a second here. And I do want to preface the video by saying there's not going to be any personal information, obviously, right? For all you HIPAA, for all you HIPAA compliant, people out there, HIPAA police, I like to call them. There ain't going to be no information shared on this, but I do want to kind of show how I asked for the social, because that's going to attribute what my success has been in getting that information. Also, guys, listen, there should be no reason why you aren't getting a sale, even if you don't get the social. Okay, and I'm gonna explain that to you in a second as well. Now, the way that I ask for the social is very specific. I don't just come out the gate, with my hand shaking. Sir, what's your social security number? No, dude, you come in there confident, smooth, and there's a couple of questions that I ask that replicate a government document, so that way you kind of ease them into the question, and then they're subconsciously thinking that they're gonna answer some pretty personal information, right? And it's very simple, guys. I'll cut right to the chase, man. I asked them, hey, are you a legal resident of the United States? And I always say, I'm sorry, they make me ask you. It makes it seem like you have to follow the rules. I got that tip from Danny Ray. Thank you, brother. I love you. And so it works, man. It works like a charm. Dude, I have to ask you. I already know the answer to it. Are you a legal resident of the United States? Yeah, and then we kind of chuckle about it. Haha. And then I'll ask them, were you born in this state? Whatever state you're doing the application in. Were you born in Georgia? No, I was born in Wisconsin. Okay, got it. And what's your social? And just shut up. Not what's your social security number, sir. I just need it for the application. Some of you guys are explaining why you're asking for it, and you just need to ask for it. It's kind of common sense when you think about it. They're applying for $10,000 in coverage. If you're not sold on the fact that you need the social as a licensed life insurance agent, you're not going to convey that message to your client with enough confidence to even ask for the social, right? So maybe you haven't even earned the right to ask that kind of information. You need to do a little bit more training. You guys need to tap into some more training, some more role playing, and that's why it's key. It's repetition. The more you say it, the more comfortable it'll become, and the more it makes sense. I mean, look, guys, if the guy gets whacked by a bus applying for a level benefit the next day, dude, they're gonna cut a check for 10 grand. Don't you want Susie to be covered if that happens to you? Well, look, dude, I don't need your social. They need it so that we can make that happen, right? And so once you have that conviction in your head, the way you ask is gonna mean everything, and you'll notice, man, it's so easy. Guys, the only people who don't give me their social are the ones who weren't gonna do business in the first place. Now, I will say this. Sometimes people are like that. They're just hardwired, man. Old school, hardwired. They don't want to give it up. They won't. They just won't give it to you. You just hit them with the option of Great Western. That's why it's important to strategically have core carriers in place for situations just like this. Small niche situations. You see, Great Western, they don't need a social security on their e-application for a level, for graded, or for GI. They don't need it. I don't know why. They don't need a social security number on their application. So I'll just say, hey, look, I totally understand your concern. Obviously after you try to rebuttal them and tell them, hey, I don't need your social, they need it. And I'm gonna show you that in the call as well. But at the end of the day, guys, just go to a carrier who doesn't require it. You don't need friction where friction isn't needed, right? So let's jump into this real quick, guys. I'm gonna show you these calls and we'll check back in with you shortly.
And then they make me ask you, but are you a United States citizen?
Yes.
Okay. And I have here you were born in Alabama, correct?
Yes.
Got it. And then what's your social?
You just asked that. Okay, hold on.
Okay, so I literally just looked, and I gotta get to work. I looked for like an hour trying to find where somebody bucked me on the social. Crazy enough, I literally don't have any calls that I can find. I mean, I'm sure there are some in there, but don't have really the time to look over 1,000. I really want to put this out for somebody who requested it the other day. So I hope that helps. Now, guys, again, if they say, I'm going to give this to you just in case, just because I can't find a call, I still have something on the cuff that I say. But if they do say, what do you need my social for? Or, I normally don't get that over the phone. Always acknowledge that you understand where they're coming from. Hey, Mr. Jones, no, look, I completely understand it. Understand where you're coming from with that. In fact, I do this every day, right? And so what the problem is that I don't actually need your social. The insurance company does, for one of two reasons. And the first reason, sir, is that they're going to do what's called a medical information bureau check. It's basically like a credit report for your health profile, okay? And all that means is they're going to look at doctor's notes, prescription history, just things like that. And that way you don't have to go out and take a medical exam and, get poked up with needles or something like that. The second reason is when you pass away, your daughter is going to get a check for XYZ, okay? And now in order for that to happen, she's going to have to verify your identity, and the carrier needs to make sure that they're going to pay that amount to an American citizen, and they verify your residency with your social security number. And that's it. I just leave it at that, and then they'll be like, okay, and give it to me. If they don't give it to me, you can level with them and say, look, man, I know how important this is for you to protect your daughter. You told me this, and that, and you're just going to use that conversation, rapport building that you have with your client, and just kind of remind them of why we're even looking at insurance coverage today. And let them know every insurance policy you've ever had, whether it's car or health, they have to have that social security number in order to verify that you're a legal citizen of the United States. Anything past that, guys, I don't really go too much more into rebuttaling more than twice on the social, even for the banking as well. And if they do, I'll just say, look, I do have a carrier that does not require your social security number. The name of the company is, boom, there's a couple out there that don't. And then you'll just say, it's a little bit more. It's probably like $2 or $3 a month. But if you are concerned about, your privacy and your social, we can just pivot to them for about $3 a month, and then just pivot over to your carrier. Now, if you guys need carriers who, don't require social, and you guys just don't have access to those contracts, or you need a group to tap into, right, who's going to practice these things with you on a daily, make sure you're comfortable saying these things, and ultimately build that confidence and conviction in your pitch, man, please feel free to reach out. I'm going to put a link in the description below. You can hit me up on that link. We'll get back to you with some more information on how to work with us as well. Very simple, very simple processes that everybody can tap into and be successful. But again, you got to be around the right people. You got to have the right mindset. You got to have the right training. You just got to be around people who are doing the things that you want to do and are experiencing the level of success that you're looking to experience. It's very simple, guys. It's very simple. So click the link below, like, comment, subscribe, and we'll catch you next time. Thanks.